Hi guys, we're back with another alkaline cooking video.
What's good, peeps?
Today we're going to make cheesy mushroom and kale calzone. So what you're going to need is almost a full package of an 8 ounce of
white mushrooms.
Yep. And I think there was about 4 or 5 left. When I was done, they were smaller ones. And then here we have about 2 cups of kale, which we're not going to add yet, but I wanted to show you. So make sure you have that ready. 2 cups of chopped kale.
Yep.
We're going to let these saute for a little bit with 1/4 cup of red onion. Let them saute a little bit, and then once they get a little bit tender, we're going to add the kale in there because we don't want to overcook the kale. Also, make sure what you're sauteing them in is grapeseed oil or any other approved oil that is approved for cooking on Dr. Sabi's nutritional guide. This is just about done. I'm going to give it another minute. Okay, this is done how I want it. You see that? Just perfect. Alright, we're going to turn that off and transfer it to a bowl so it won't keep cooking. Okay, now we're going to make our cheese because no calzone is complete without cheese. First, you're going to need a cup of pre-soaked walnuts. Make sure your walnuts have soaked for at least a couple of hours, or overnight if you like. Alright, to this we're going to add 1 key lime. So juice that right in there. Next we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, and a pinch of cayenne. Alright, we're going to start off with 1/2 cup of spring water. I'm going to add almost all of it, but just to leave a tablespoon out. Alright, our cheese sauce is done. Now we're going to scrape this out into a container. Okay, now set your cheese sauce aside. Alright, so now we're going to make the dough for our calzone. So first you're going to need 1.5 cups of spelt flour. To your spelt flour, you're going to want to add a teaspoon of thyme, a teaspoon of basil, a teaspoon of sea salt, 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and a teaspoon of onion powder. You want to get this mixed in. I like to use a whisk because I think it works better. Alright, so now to this we're going to add a teaspoon of avocado oil. And then we're going to add some room temperature Perry water. If you didn't know, this is a carbonated water. And we're going to start off with a small amount at a time. Start off with 1/2 cup. I know we're going to add more, but we want to add a little at a time until it forms a dough. Alright, so we're going to add a little bit more. I'm going to pour another 1/2 cup. I'm not going to use it all, but I'm going to add some of it, about half of it. Nope, maybe we will use it all. Here's the other half.
And make sure you scrape the sides of your bowl with the dough.
Okay, now the dough, that looks good. We're going to leave it just like that. Now you're going to cover it and let it sit for 20 minutes. Alright guys, the dough's been sitting for 20 minutes. Now we're going to flour our surface and get it rolled out so we can make this calzone. Okay, so you want to knead it a little bit. Alright, so now we're going to start rolling it. We're going to make a big, mid-sized calzone. And it's enough to feed, I don't know, 3 to 4 people in my opinion. Maybe if you go to a pizza place, they might tell you it's 2 people, but you shouldn't be stuffing yourself. You know, more rounded is probably more ideal, considering what we're doing. Look at that. This is real nice. Nice and stretchy and giving. Alright. Yeah, let's keep the rounded shape. Anyway, so what we're going to do first is we're going to get some of this, not some of it, we're going to take all this kale and we're going to get that in there. Spread it out, but leave yourself enough room to close it. See that? Okay, so now we're going to add our cheese that we made. Hopefully this has all been in camera. Oh dear. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so add your cheese.
Cheese. Oh, somebody trying to escape the party.
Alright, so that should do it. Now, you're going to need a little bit of water. Got a little bit of spring water handy. You want to brush it on your dough down here so it sticks well. Just like that. Now you're going to fold this over, but you're not going to go all the way to the edge. You're going to go right at the end of the veggies. So you can do the traditional fold that a calzone has. Alright, so now we're going to start folding over the edges. Alright, so now you got your traditional calzone edge, just like that. Then you're going to need to put some air pockets in here so that the steam from the veggies has somewhere to go. Just like that. Now you got to transfer this delicate calzone onto a pan. Okay, so let's get this transferred onto a pan with some parchment paper. Alright, make sure your oven is preheated to 350. This is going to go in the oven for 25 minutes. Guys, it's been 25 minutes. Our calzone is out of the oven. Now we're going to put a little bit of grapeseed oil on it. Not too much, just get it in them little edges. And then we're going to spread it around real good. Make sure you get your big thick crust around the edge real good. Rub it in there. Rub it in there. I can't talk.
Alright, there we go, people.
Alright, so now that you've oiled it and got it basted with the oil, it's going to go back in the oven for 5 minutes.
Yes.
Alright guys, our calzone is done. As you can see, look how big this is. You put 2, 3 hands across. This will feed maybe even 4 to 5 people. This is really big. It's going to make a nice dinner. Got the little air pockets. Got the little crust the way it should be. See if we can get it underneath there.
Look at that. Look,
And
ooh,
that nice
golden brown.
crust. And it's normal. You should have some leakage from the veggies. That's why you put the air pockets in. It should be leaking down the sides.
It should be leaking back into the crust.
And that little bit of oil that you put on it at that last 5 minutes is what gives it that nice golden brown, and it finishes baking.
Now you see all those spices and the herbs up in there, man.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video.
Yes.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought of the video. Let us know what you thought of the recipe. Smash that like button, though, if you want more recipes.
Yes.
Because we've got a brain full of them. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next video.
Peace.